true king! My precious, I'll never go hungry again. Here's Mr. Shiny Dragon. Treat him well, and remember, he doesn't like chicken.
must have noticed our absence.
Oh, please, have mercy on us, Knight. Wesson is a great enchanter. Pick him, please.
All right, Ginny, all right. I'm sure this knight will give my candidacy the proper consideration. Let me assure you, my wife is quite right. I am an enchanter of no small renown, with a shop in Araroth that is popular even among champions.
Oh yes, ever so popular. General Augustus is a client of ours, and Deodatus himself walked in once. My husband's the best, kind master. The very best.
Yes, we do. He and his daughter live in Alaroth.
Odious man. Once, when Wesson wasn't looking, he grabbed my... Well, I won't tell you what, but it was very inappropriate.
General Augustus is the most senior champion there is. He's not a young man anymore, but he's so highly respected. He's almost idolized.
That's because he fought in the Great War against Damien and his demon army. Deodatus is the chief healer of the town, a very famous man in Elaroth and its surroundings.
Not to mention a known eccentric, but I must admit, his healing skills are legendary. An enchanter uses crystals, ores and written enchantments to augment the strength, the abilities of weapons, armors, jewelry and so on. Needless to say, the right type of enchantment can aid adventurers tremendously in combat, especially if they are adapted to have specific uses in specific circumstances. Some creatures have a natural weakness for certain types of poison, for instance, which makes a poison enchantment all the more powerful. That means it's a good idea to have a varied arsenal of weapons and armor on you, but you can also disenchant a favorite piece of equipment and add a new quality to it. It started with my fascination for precious gems. Soon I learned about their magical potential. That's when I started to spend time experimenting in my uncle's smithy.
And soon he became the greatest enchanter in Rivellon, a king among men.
Ginny, please.
Good or bad is entirely up to you, merciful knight. It's preposterous, no, monstrous.
I agree, but we'll just have to make the best of it, dear.
How can you remain so calm? Oh, I'm getting one of my headaches.
Another one to add to the collection.
I stand as good a chance as the other man, don't I?
That's not enough, Wesson. We must convince the Dragon Knight you're the better smith.
You're right, of course, but don't exist.
Another one to add to the collection.
That's likely to have the opposite effect. Dragon Knight approaches, and even the Black Ring's necromancers must serve. My experiments are nearly finished. Soon my creatures will no longer be harmed by blade or axe. Yes, Damien is loyal. I slay those who oppose us, so I can turn them into undead warriors who will slay more. Bloodshed! Flow. But it seems you must form an exception. The necromancer serves life after death. The recreation of the forbidden, the uniting of that which is unnatural. Their greatest art is the creature. Dead pieces become one, hideous life. Harvest them, pluck their limbs, and I shall make them animate again, more powerful than they were before. To die, to sleep, perchance to wake. I'll be undead, yes. To die, to kill, either way is good. But you'll choose me, for I am the master, and Igor but a thrall. I shall have to live a little longer. The flying fortress of our demon master Baal, ruler of the night. His onslaught shall soon see mankind gone. He will conquer for the Black Ring. You killed Damien? You desire pain? Death? Because I can give you both, here and now. No need for the damned one. Yes, delicious carnage!
Igor is ready to die, Dragon Knight. Die and be turned undead so Master Jonalath may serve. Master Jonalath always talks of weapon resistance, but what of magical resistance? It will be my speciality. You must have a necromancer, no? I see. I serve well, a true servant, but he's the master. He won't serve well, no. To have him serve you would make me a bad servant. Yes, I see that now. But I'm a good servant, yes. I'll serve him poison, yes. And once served, I'll be the one to serve you. You, my master. Yes, master, very good. Your humble servant awaits. It was my calling to serve the Black Ring and the necromantic arts. A life in the service of death and mutilation. It is my favorite modus operandi. Quick, painless, slow, writhing in agony. There is so much variety in the dance of poison. I practiced on the people of the village I grew up in. It is a lonely place now. He is our Messiah, Master. But I am only a servant, and shall not stand in the way when greater forces decide this world's fate. Goodbye, Master.
It's you, isn't it? May the Divine have mercy on my soul. I am such a terrible liar. Divine, grant the Dragon Knight doesn't notice. Well, I was an alchemist in Rivertown. A famous one at that, oh yes. From all the corners of all the lands they come to buy my Allen Brew, a potion that no one else can make. It makes you strong as a demon, agile as a fox, quick as an eagle. Oh, please, in the name of the Divine, pick me. I beg of you, pick me. Find the best alchemist there is. Oh, may the Divine guide your mind. Ah, yes, it's an enhancement of a recipe made by my former mentor. I studied under the tutelage of none other than Walker. the famous Rivertown alchemist. His Walker brew was quite potent, but soon the pupil outshone the master. She seemed nice enough until she told me why I was brought here. But about the history of the place, I know little. It's not really my field, you see. May the Divine bless you, Dragon Knight.
Hello, dear. Come to study these whale skeletons too? Fascinating, aren't they?
It is good to know the Grammy family jewels were protected, and with a dignified password too. Duchess.
Oh, indeed. This particular type of whale was quite the hunter. But where are my manners? Catherine's the name, Catherine Gremery. I'm a paleontologist. I do. You met him then? How is old Georgie? Still the diligent archaeologist risking life and limb to reach some ancient statuette? Oh, he's such a good sort. I should make it a point to visit him as soon as we get off this island. Quite simply because it's the biggest specimen I have ever seen. I should so very much like to know more about this whale. Alas, information is ever so scarce. I don't see how, but you're such a dear to offer. If you find out more about this whale, I'd be ever so grateful. The poor man. Doesn't he know these animals have been extinct for centuries? Who is this fisherman? Jonah? Well, that's an odd coincidence, isn't it? I found an amulet right here in this rib cage that says, "From Lizzie to Jonah." Here, you can have it if you want. The ship I was on was in some kind of frightful magical incident. You can find the rest of the survivors a bit farther down the beach. Not much point in hiding, is there? Mind you, it does look ominous enough, but as far as I can tell, it might as well stand empty. No, I don't think much trouble will come from there, unless one seeks it out. And we wouldn't want that now, would we, dear? Oh, yes. Some of the crew members have been going on and on about that. Frankly, I don't believe a word of it, but then again, it's not my shapely behind that's on the line. Bye, darling.
What can Jonah do for you? This is it. Where did you find this? He is dead then, the brute. his passing pleases me, even though revenge was never on my mind. I was made a widower before I sailed the seas, lost my wife to illness. That amulet was all I had to remember her by. Finally, I have it back, and all because of you. Take my journal. Perhaps it will prove to be of interest. Be blessed in the journey, and farewell.
Shiny.
Hello again, dear.
That sounds awfully intriguing. Let's have a look then. My word! This is a treasure trove of information. This is just wonderful. Priceless. Oh, you are the greatest dear I have ever met. Please accept this little token of thanks. I found it near the amulet. Thank you, precious. Thanks a million.
Shiny.
The fishes you are throwing in that cooking pot?
No, I don't. So what, you think I'll poison you? I, the greatest chef ever?
When I see scores of dead whales on the beach that must have eaten those same fishes, I think twice before preparing them, your chefness. My husband Henry, what a character he is. Just because he can put a decent plate of food on the table, he fancies himself a king.
Stranger, please, leave the chef to his art, we? I'm cooking an exquisite bouillabaisse that you will tell your grandchildren about.
Don't bother me, I have no time. I'm building a raft, you know. I'll get away from here yet.
So, what is your line of work?
I'm an academic. A historian, to be more precise.
Blast and damn it, is there no one here with some knowledge of alchemy?
You can always talk to a plant. They're probably the only ones who will listen. Greetings, traveller. I wish you a very good day. That cannonball with the bathing twins motif will cost a fortune. But I must have it. Indeed I was. Turgoyne's the name. Maritime historian extraordinaire. An undismayed castaway on this idiosyncratic island full of awe and wonder. That's what I've been telling the members of our club, the Prancing Seahorse. You are absolutely right, though. I wrote many a paper on the legendary Ulfmar, don't you know? A mighty pirate. But he wasn't a mere pirate, he was an explorer too. Then, one sad day, he disappeared. Ship, treasure, and all. Never to be heard from again. Exactly. You catch on quickly, don't you, youngster? Have you noticed that shipwreck perched so bizarrely atop that enormous tree? I'd bet my prized collection of erotically engraved cannonballs that is Ulfmar's ship. Oh, yes, indeed. I'd recognize the design anywhere. I'm sure his treasure must still be there, but also some of his books, and those are what interest me. He must have collected so much knowledge during his travels. I'd be very grateful if you'd managed to explore the wreckage. I don't think you can. Not unless you sprout some wings. It's the Gentleman's Club in Alaroth. It's where the intellectuals of the city gather, chat and have a drink. The current president, though, is a bit of an odd fellow. Narcissus is his name, and he's absolutely head over heels in love with himself. What a character. Have a nice day.
Unless you have earned 3 or more doctorates in various alchemical disciplines, kindly remove yourself from my presence.
How dare this nincompoop try and trick the greatest potion maker in Netherland?
Oh, it's you, is it? The so-called Dragon Knight.
Well, don't for a second think I believe you, or that pretty little green thing. It's too preposterous to even contemplate. Honestly, the bird brains one meets in life make you wish there was legislation for permissible social interaction. Five, actually, but I allow scholars to address me once they have earned their third. If not, I would only have myself to talk to. Though I must say, the appeal of that eventuality has risen considerably since this conversation started. Why? You don't? Lost our way, have we? Oh, poor thing. Let me enlighten you, then. This is Sentinel Island, an ancient isle that was home to Maxos, and still is to draconic magic. Before you ask, Maxos is the greatest mage who ever lived, but judging by his sudden disappearance, I'd venture to say his experiments caught up with him. I'm sure your mind is already dazzled by this sudden display of knowledge, so we'll call it a day. Class dismissed. An alchemist distills the pure potency from plants and herbs to create an abundance of potions that may aid the drinker in an endless variety of ways. Recipes from obscure books are also always a valuable commodity to any alchemist worth his or her salt. So, should you find these during your journeys, I would advise you to bring these to the tower. Never heard of the man. That means that he is either not an alchemist at all, or such an obscure one he has cured nothing besides a child's mild cough. Order your other stooges around, but not me.
Hello there. I'm Sam, the first mate. If only I was still allowed to leave the camp. I could pick up those desert roots I saw earlier. Yum. To be able to taste a sweet cup of tea again. I salvaged some things from the cargo hull, and I'm not averse to making some coin. Care to have a look? Absolutely. Thank you so much. They look so delicious. Welcome back. Would you like to browse my stock? You won't be disappointed.
Need some more salt, Henry.
More? How dare you criticize my cooking? Sacre bleu, my own wife, no less.
For goodness sake, Henry, I suggested some more salt, not a divorce. Though that looks more and more likely.